Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Erie Insurance Arena and lovely, beautiful, warm today, Erie, PA, where your 2011 Red Pittsburgh Vengeance take on the Erie Otters. We've got somebody different on the camera besides myself today, and so hopefully you have a much more enjoyable experience. Looks like to start the game, we're going to have Irwin, Bowen, Siegel, and on defense, it looks like we're going to have Martin and Hoare. They're going to step in. They're going to step in. And here we go. Officials check everything out. Look around, look around. Oh, we got a whistle, and now what? And they're pulling. All right. Well, we'll get a reset. 2 seconds off the clock, yet I don't think we've actually started. And puck's down. Irwin wins it over to the corner, over the side, Poor steps up, knocks into the player's skates, and we do battle to the side. Chipped up to Siegel. Siegel looks, dumps, and in they go. Give me 1 second. Need to make sure my headset's working correctly. All right. And down it goes. Irwin on the puck. He looks. Bowen takes it. Shot. Rebound. Bowen. Siegel. Tip, tap, toe, but no. Goal. Goaltender says no. And Irwin applies pressure. Thrown back to center red. And Martin's going to gather on. He's going to face pressure. And looks. Tries to chip it around. Now Irwin comes down low. Goes up to Bowen. Past his stick. Bowen pinches the wall. Pushes. Kicks. Still held in. And now he looks back. Overtaken from behind. But it goes to Siegel. And Siegel comes down the wing. He looks, throws to Irwin. Tip, tap, toe! And away we go. Beautiful feed from Cooper Siegel. Luke Irwin with the tap, taparoo. And we've got a 1-0 hockey game. Just like that.
Go boys, keep it up.
This line, we're going to have Guillory, Monroe, and I think it's Bozzella, but I'm not sure. On the defense, we've got Cessna and Zagorski. Puck dumped in and taken by Monroe, thank you. And Guillory there. Now Bazal, he comes off the corner and faces two. Just loses the puck, and back to center red come the Otters. Stepped up on by Zagorski, chipped it up to Bozzella, and he's got Guillory in the middle. Holds, shot, gloved and held on by the Otters goaltender. We're going to get a line change again, and it looks like we're going to have Kakai, Giesman, and Irwin. Excuse me, so it looks like we're short. We are short, so we're going to run 2 centers, it looks like. So I'm really going to screw up the centers probably because I'm used to centers being with wingers. So bear with me if I call your kid the wrong name or enunciate incorrectly. And please feel free to let me know. I won't hurt my feelings. I want to make sure I get everybody's names right. So when they're looking at those highlight reels, they hear the right call. Irwin in front. Shot, backhand, save by Kakai. Irwin shot, glove knocked, or a blocker to the corner. And Giesman on that. Now Irwin over again to take it. And 3 on the boards. We need to spread out a little bit. Taken by Irwin. He's in behind the net. Centering pass. Hits a stick. Hits 2. And defenseman pitches. Nice hold there by Poor. Poor and Martin are your defensive pairing, if I haven't mentioned. It's going to be every other. We're short here. Shot by Kakai. And shot again. Now that one's blocked. And down low. That one's rimmed up high, or up to the half wall. Centering pass to the middle. Knocked in by Irwin. Taken by Kawhi. He looks. Knocked away from him. And back on the Otters. 3-on-2. Nope. 1 peels. 2-on-2 now. 1-on-2. They dump it in. Save made by Nettit. And taken by Martin. That's going to be far enough for icing, and we'll have a face-off now with 11 minutes remaining first period. Zagorski and Cessna with Guillory, Siegel, and Bowen. And we wait for the official to drop the puck. Okay. All right, been informed we're having video feed issues. Let me try to resolve those. Thank you for everybody that lets us know. I can't see the live feed, so I need to count on people to inform me if something's going on. All right, hopefully this gets us back up. And Guillory takes it. That's one, dumped in, and back goes Cessna. Cessna changes direction, looks. Bowman's covered on the wall, and he's going to keep it. Cessna goes, looks wide, hits Siegel, and Bowen over. Nope, Siegel takes it. He looks, drives to the net, goes around. He's met with some resistance, carries on, dumps it back. Taken away by the Otters, and back they come. And toe drag there, shot, knocked the blocker aside, and up to Bowen. Bowen gathers on, he comes in 1-on-2. Drives wide, continues to go, shot, sizzles wide. Taken by Cessna, dumps it down to Siegel. In front of Guillory. Guillory looks, shot, that one's knocked aside. And in the corner. Knocked off his stick, on low to Siegel. Siegel tried to go out front to Bowen. That's picked off. And now out to the point. Goes to Zagorski, down low. Siegel in on it. Takes it away from one, but gets it taken away from him. And outletted up high, clears everybody. And that one's outletted wide to Zagorski. We've got Monroe and Bazal with Irwin out there currently. Centering pass, that clears everybody. And Martin's going to be your other defenseman. And back come the Otters. They drive wide. Continue. Centering pass, that hits the defenseman and almost goes in. Aware play there by Netted to hold the post. And outlet pass. Taken away. And thrown back to center. Brought back in, though. Called off sides by the official, but it was brought back in by the Vengeance, so we got a break there. And we'll get a whistle and a stoppage. He even restarted the computer because it was freezing earlier. I thought it was good once I restarted. All right, so Guillory, Giesman, and Kawhi with Martin and Poor is your defenseman. Puck thrown to the point, pressured, knocked out, and in come the Vengeance. Guillory overtaken from behind nicely by the Vengeance, or the Otters player. Otters drive wide and stepped up on centering pass. That clears everyone. And back to center red. Chipped wide for Giesman. Giesman drives. Centering pass. That's taken away and clears the zone. Regroup. And they go wide to Giesman. Giesman chips it up. And Irwin goes into chase. That one goes back to center red. A little bit of ping pong currently going on here. And onside taken by Kawhi. He dumps it. He's going to go for a change. We'll get Bowen coming out. Giesman pressures. Up to the point to Martin. Martin looks, walks. Now gives it to Giesman. Bowen covers it, the defenseman. He steps up, looks, slap shot, save made by the goaltender. Out to the point, held into by Martin. Martin goes down low, and Bowen applies pressure. Looks, and takes the puck inside out. Still fights, looks. And now he gets some support. Over comes Irwin. And we still do battle. And Bowen kicks up to Nope, no, he attempts out of the foul with it. Centers to Martin. Martin looks, shot, save, and held by the goaltender. Yeah, I thought the same thing. All right, so Siegel gets out to complete the line change. We've got Bowen, Siegel, Irwin with Cessna and Zagorski. Irwin steps in and loses that one. Taken by the Otters. Bowen applies pressure. They outlet the wall and up to center ice. Look out, 2-on-1. Back they come. Irwin on his high horse trying to get there. He's not got a shot. Save and held by Nettit. Beautiful save by Nettit. Even better job to cover the rebound. 7:12 remaining. In the first period, Irwin steps in and taken by Bowen. He comes up the ice, does battle, overtaken from behind though. Now Irwin takes it. He goes 1-on-3, gets through 2, just can't beat the third, and thrown back to center red. Penalty coming. I don't know who the penalty's on. A rough on Irwin, it looks like it's going to be.
That's all right, Liv. It was just a bump.
All right. So to the sin bin we go. Power play time for the Erie Otters. 6:57 to go, and they'll have 1:30 to kill. Will the Vengeance. We're going to have Guillory, Monroe, Zagorski, and Cessna as your 4. So won by the Otters. Pressured by Monroe, dumped down low. Everybody stands and watches it. Now Zagorski goes and chases, and Cessna applies some pressure. Down behind the net, taken by Zagorski. He beats one, not the second though, and rimmed around. On the half wall, take the Otters. They look, go down low, right next to the net. Try to center through everybody. Shot! That hits a stick of Monroe, who got in the way. 1:06 to go in the PK. Kind of hurts when you have 2 centers and one of them's in the box. So we'll see as this penalty continues what the coaching staff decides they want to do and who they're going to put at center. Cessna takes it, not able to get it all the way out though, and dump down for Zagorski. He takes it and does battle, knocks it up. Guillory challenges, holds the wall nicely, gets to the middle. Look out, here we go. Up to Monroe. If he hustles, nope, he's going to slow it down. Look, and dump it in wisely. Taken by the Otters. And back they come. Go wide. And stepped up on by Cessna. Centering pass, knocked away. Cessna takes it. And not out. To the point, but not out. Goes down to Cessna. Look out. Erie has it. Shot. Held by Nettit. Great job to stand tall there and not go down. Player tried to go high, but Nettit stayed there and said, no way. So we've got Poor and Martin. So I might mix those two up again, 62-63. And it looks like Kawhi with Bazella as your 2 up front. 1 to Martin. Martin looks, throws it back to center red, and gathered on by the Erie Otters. 20 seconds remaining in the penalty kill. They're going to dump it in on net, though, and takes a weird hop for Nettit, and he's going to hold it. With 16 seconds to go, 5:43 remaining first period. Won by the Otters. Shot. That hit something. Knocked away. And to the point, they don't hold it, though. And they'll have to regroup. So the Otters finding a lot of lanes here for shots in the penalty kill, but Nettit, or power play for them, and penalty kill for the Vengeance. But Nettit has stood tall. Outlet it up to center. Misses Irwin. Now Irwin applies pressure. Penalty is over. And it goes to Troy. Troy centers to Irwin off his skate, and down they'll go. Kawhi and Irwin apply pressure. Irwin comes over, just not able to get there, and up to the point. Looks, shot. That big rebound. Save, score! Kawhi with the rebound and says, have you some of that. 2-0 Vengeance. Great job to recover after the momentum had looked to swing with the Erie Otters generating a lot of offense on their power play, but immediately taken back And lines are jumbled, so we're going to end up with Guillory, Bowen, and Giesman, with Zagorski and Cessna is your 2. Giesman drop pass to Bowen. Bowen shot. That hits something and kicks wide. Guillory over, apply pressure out to the point, and here they come. With speed comes the Otters winger. He dumps it down and goes in behind the net. Zagorski going to chase. Centering pass knocked away at his feet. Looks. Now he has it and decides to go up the wall and back to center red. Guillory applies pressure, stepped up on by the defenseman, and over to the half wall in the zone are the Otters. They go behind the net. And centering pass, shot, save, and cleared away. Beautiful save by Netta to get the shoulder up there. And it goes to Bowen. He comes to center red, looks, drives wide, continues to drive wide, takes a bump, knocks the player down, still continues forward with the puck. Tries to go through one, then gets dumped without the puck, and there's a penalty coming for interference or a rough. And to the power play we go. Already 2-0, 3:59 to go. And the Vengeance are going to go to the power play. We're going to have Irwin, Siegel, Monroe. And it looks like Poor with Martin is our pair. Stick around through intermission. We're going to have a special guest here. Usually we go to some random video and give myself a break, but we're going to have a live player interview in between periods. So please stick with us. Taken by Siegel at the point. Goes over to Poor. Poor dumps it down low, and they rim it around. Goes out to Martin. Martin takes it, walks past the forward nicely, goes down low to Siegel. Excuse me. Chipped off of his stick, but Monroe comes over. He goes back to Siegel, and Siegel walks out. Tries to go high, clears everything. Poor down low, rims it around, and goes to Siegel. Siegel out front, just misses Troy. Troy actually gains it, takes a shot, goes off the post, and Siegel working in his kitchen. Wrap around, that stopped. Folks, he may be 4'10", but he doesn't play like it behind the net and down low. Cooper Siegel putting it on down low. We're going to get a line change. We've got Guillory, Bozzella, and Kawhi. Nope, sorry, Bozzella's coming off. So Guillory, Bozzella, and Giesman with Martin and Poor. 3:14 to go, 47 seconds remaining on the power play. One nicely by Guillory, shot by Giesman, held on to by the Otters goaltender. Otters goaltender looks to be exhausted already, and there's still 3 minutes remaining in the first period, but he's had a lot of rubber thrown at him. Out to the point they go. Poor looks, tries to go to the middle, and knocked back to center red. So not going to be far enough for icing. So the Vengeance regroup. Taken by Poor. He pulls up, looks. Goes wide to Martin. And Martin chips it up to Guillory. Past his stick, though. And taken by Giesman. Giesman in 1-on-2. Tries to cut to the middle. Knocked off his stick. And thrown back to center red. Excuse me. Knocked away. Taken by Giesman now. Head up. Goes back to the defense. Goes to Poor. And Poor looks. Tries to go back to Giesman. Taken away. And cut off nicely there by Poor. Penalty over. And thrown away. Giesman was intended for him, but he cut off to go to the bench. So puck taken away. Now Martin chips it. Tries to go around. Bowen down low. And out to the point it goes. Bowen continues on. Not able to get there, though. And it goes to Poor. Poor looks. Chips it up to Bowen. He's met immediately, but continues on. Puck knocked off his stick. Bowen continues on and still continues to go. Blocks it off, dumps it down low, and in goes Irwin to apply pressure. Puck taken away from him now. Irwin's got it, goes to Siegel. Siegel looks, still down low, decides to hold, looks, goes to Bowen. Bowen looks now. He cuts back to the side. And it looks like we're still in the power play. We're not. Goes down to Siegel. Siegel goes back to Bowen. Shot! Save made by the goaltender, who came way out of the top of the crease there to challenge. But beautiful give and go. Bowen's not able to get it, and it comes out. He pulls up, chips, goes to Irwin. Nope, still battles for it. Now it goes to Irwin. And back to center red. Zagorski steps up, and Bowen steps up. Uh-oh, look out. Back they come one-on-one. Cessna, active stick, knocks into the corner nicely. And the Otters go to the point. Bowen steps up and chipped over his stick. Now Irwin continues, though. He gets it and still can't get it out. Look out. Bowen down low, challenges. He's going to come into the corner, takes a face plant into the boards, lost an edge. And Irwin, nope, in his feet. Body's falling everywhere. Bowen gets it up, tries to get it to Siegel. Siegel cut across, though, and they miscommunicated. Dumped down, and Cessna takes it. He looks and knocked back into the corner, taken by Zagorski. Zagorski pushes, taken away. Erie pass, stepped up on, centering pass, netted. Beautiful save, rebound, score. Netted just couldn't find the rebound, and there were no bodies there to help. And after 10, they're able to get a dirty one against Netted. 26 seconds. Bit of a heartbreaker there that late in the period. Guillory, Monroe, Bozzella, and Poor and Martin are your D. Goes back to Monroe. He tries to go back to the defenseman. They weren't on the same page, though. Martin was pulling up as Monroe was throwing it back. Poor continues on once, twice. Chipped around by Guillory. He chips it up to Bozzella, and 5 remaining. Into the corner, bodies hit, and that'll do it. So for your special guest here, we're going to have Carter Bell on the mic to get his opinion of what he thought of the first period action.
It was a pretty rough period for the Otters, but it was a good game so far. It was, I can't believe that one goal went in, but down there, I think it was.
And what do you think maybe the plan of attack should be for the second period? Continue as is, or do you think there's something they can do to enhance their efforts and lengthen the distance here between them and the Otters?
I think they could get the puck on the net a little bit more, and if they pass the puck and get the puck on the net, the score will go up.
All right, so there you have it. Just like Coach Biber on the bench, we've got the feed, and I have a feeling that's exactly what he's telling his boys over there right now. Is keep up the effort, get more pucks to the net, and let's go. Alrighty, welcome back to second period action. Your 5 are going to be Irwin, Giesman, and Kawhi, with Zagorski and Cessna. Here's your blue liners. And here we go. Puck drops, won by the Otters, pressured by Giesman, and knocked ahead to center red. Zagorski steps up, and he dumps it down, and they dump it right back. Back gathered by Zagorski. He's going to keep it this time. Tries to go cross-site. Does to Giesman. Just kicks off his stick, though. And Irwin follows on. He applies pressure. Takes a bump. And the Otters come up and do get it out. Taken by Giesman. He chips it over to Zagorski. And Zagorski's in a test. Nope. Decides to dump. And Irwin in on the pressure. Otters quickly to the puck. That takes an odd bounce. Gathered on by Giesman. Leaves it for Zagorski. And into the corner it goes. Kawhi will apply pressure. That's knocked by Cessna. It is. And Giesman on his high horse just made up ground everywhere to cover up the distance. Centering pass. That clears everything. And Cessna over with the bump. Goes up to Kawhi. Kawhi looks and is going to hold it. And he does dump down. And Irwin's going to go change. We're going to have Giesman apply forecheck. And now Guillory over. Guillory dangles in the corner and knocked back to the half wall. And back to center red. Body check there, nicely done by Zagorski. Didn't want anything to do with the puck, just wanted man there, and he got exactly what he wanted. Goes to Siegel. Siegel looks, goes wide. And offsides are the Vengeance with their line change there. It's tough in these arenas where the bench is in the zone. You go to dump the puck because you don't see the men at the bench switching. So we're going to end up with Guillory, Bowen, and Siegel with Poor and Martin as your two on the back end. And Guillory steps in and taken by the Otters. They're going to dump. Back goes Martin to gather on. Poor now, I'm sorry. He goes up the half wall to Siegel. And Siegel takes it, goes wide. Tips a stick, though, and now taken by Bowen, who dumped it in. Not held in, though. Got to wait till they get on sides. And they do. They got to spread out. There we go. Moving the ice, moving the puck. And the center red to Siegel. Siegel goes. Bowen cuts to the net. Siegel gets knocked down. Stick in his skate, and we're going to have a tripping call. And so with 11:54 to go.
Let's go power play away. Get one. Let's go,
The Vengeance are on the power play.
Oh, nobody, watch. Let's go, Vengeance!
All right, Guillory steps in, and he wins that one to the point to Poor. Poor looks, goes D to D to Martin. Martin looks, goes down low to Siegel, and Siegel looks, challenges, shots. Oh, that hit the side of the net. I thought that one was in. Goes to Siegel. Siegel looks again, now goes down low, centering Siegel, shot, save, rebound. Siegel hammers it home. Bowen took a crack at it, but it took Cooper Siegel to get his hands on it to bury the puck. 3-1 Vengeance.
Oh yeah, Coop!
Excuse me. 11:34 to go now.
I do record they do selling. I miss Luke's on every selling.
well, you can pull.
So Irwin, Bozzella, and Monroe with Cessna and Zaworski. I can't talk. Sorry, Zagorski. And back they go.
Oh my gosh.
Bozzella steps up and tried to chip over by Zagorski. Knocked into the corner, taken by Cessna now behind the net. Outlets to Monroe. Monroe goes to Irwin. Irwin comes down with speed. He's going to dump it, though, on net and held by the goaltender of the Otters.
They said that your rating is pretty good right now. It's pretty clear.
Bozzella's going to take center here. So we've got both the centers. I guess Aiden was playing center too, but Bozzella takes it now, and now goes to Irwin. Shot held by the goaltender of the Otters. Irwin steps in, and that one's won by the Otters. Up to the point, chipped in by, or tried to be held in by Cessna. Back they come, one-on-one, drive wide, tries the inside move, taken away now by the center of Bozzella, and Cessna comes over. Bodies are kind of stuck, sticks jammed. Here we go, Cessna has it, goes wide. Gave Troy a little ear buzz there. I'm sure you could hear that puck sizzling over his ear. And back in go the Vengeance. They're going to regroup behind their net. Winding up is Zagorski, and he goes up to Irwin. Irwin goes to Bozzella, and back to Irwin. He's going to drive wide, has speed. Looks, centering pass. That's knocked away. And defensive switch. We've now got Martin and Poor, and back come the Otters with speed. Drives wide on Martin. Centering pass tipped. Missed the net. Nice play by Martin there to get a stick on it and disrupt the shooter and keep him from having a clean, quick, and hard one-timer. Poor takes it behind the net. Rims it around and out. Offsides are the Otters. 9:55 to go, second period. 3-1 Vengeance. Going to have the line of Guillory, Kawhi, and Giesman. Officials are very particular on their face-offs. Won this time by the Vengeance. And taken by Giesman. He's got Guillory wide. Shot over the net. Off the boards. Guillory dumps it down low. Back to Giesman. Giesman looks. Has all types of room. Goes to Poor. Poor looks. Goes to Martin. Martin tries to get it down low. Taken away. But now he takes it away. Goes to Kawhi. And past Guillory. Nice move there. Poor takes the body, though. So 2-on-1. Martin with a beautiful, beautiful body-on-body play there. Puts the player to the ice. And ends the 2-on-1. The threat. Taken now by Guillory. And followed up by Giesman and hits the official. They do battle back to center red. Martin looks, goes D to D. And Poor will survey, chips it off the boards and back into the zone. Icing coming. 8:59 to go, second period. And it's going to be all the way down for the icing. Going to have Martin, Siegel, and Bowen with Zagorski and Cessna as your D pair. Irwin steps in. And that one's won by the Otters. Pressured by Bowen. D to D. Siegel knocks it away, and he goes. He's in clean. Siegel looks. Fakes right, fakes left, goes right. Wrap around. Save. And taken by Siegel. He looks, dances. Backhand shot. Score. Siegel wanted that goal. After he didn't get it the first time, he was determined to go through everyone and get it. And he did. Went high and took a backhand shot.
I got that.
8:41 to go, second period. Irwin steps in. And more face-off particulars from the officiating crew. That one goes back to the Otters. They're going to dump it, and it goes off the stick of Zagorski. He looks, and throws it up to center red. Taken away by the Otters. And now gathered on by Zagorski. He's going to push it. Rushes, goes to Irwin. Irwin looks, goes back to Bowen. And Bowen chips it down to Irwin. And he does battle. Taken by the Otters player. And up to center red. Back they come. They're going to chip it in and go to work down low. Cessna takes that away. Says, I don't think so. And gathered on by Monroe. He centers it, but not out. And Bowen takes it and gets it back to center red. That puck's dumped down low. And rimmed around by Zagorski. Nobody there. Bowen was up at the blue line. He comes down, though. Knocks the puck off a stick. And taken by Cessna. Goes back to the point. Dump back down low. Cessna looks. And he holds it. And he's going to throw it back to center red. Knocked away, though, by the Otters. And back down again. So the Otters look to be content to play a bit of ping pong here. Bowen takes it. Throws it to the middle. Nobody home. And back behind the net they go. And nice breakout coming by the Otters. In they come. 3-on-2. Centering pass. Shot. That goes into the corner. And Cessna with the body, pushes the player to the wall, takes the puck away, goes to Bazal. He throws it back to center, and Monroe pressures, not able to get it though. That shot goes behind the net, taken on by Cessna. And he goes up the wall to Bowen. And Bowen goes over to Bozzella. He's not able to hold that pass, though. Pass Monroe, and in comes the defenseman. Look out. Sniper just over the net. Bowen needs to get off. He's been stuck for a minute. He's just going to ice it to be able to do so. Monroe looks to have hit an edge on the boards, and Bowen comes over and sprays him.
I think I got that on video too. My camera was looking right there.
All right, so your 5 are going to be Bozzella, Kawhi, Guillory with Poor and Martin as your D pair. At least the D pair stay the same. It makes it much easier. 6:28 to go, second period. That one goes to the point, chipped by Bozzella, and he comes 3-on-1 if they hurry. Oh, defenseman, excuse me. Defenseman covered a lot of ground there for the Otters. Puck cleared back to the half wall they go, and stepped up on, not able to make the play. Back come the Otters. Nice play by Poor. Player dumps the puck, but he gets body, and Bozzella's given a rough ride by the official there. And taken by Martin, goes up to Kawhi. Kawhi chips it back to center. And nice play there by Bozzella. Excuse me. Otters have some life now, and they come. Poor trying to throw the body there, and it's going to be covered by Nettit and get a whistle now with 5:38 to go
He has a white photo.
in the second period. We're going to get a line of Giesman, Irwin, and Kawhi with Poor and Martin. Puck taken by the Otters, thrown back to the point. And down low it goes to Poor. Poor goes up to Kawhi. Kawhi gets crushed from behind. No call. You can see that one right in your living room, I'm sure. Toe drag taken away by Martin and gathered on by Kawhi. Can't find the puck at his skates, though, and back to center red, and out they come. Irwin with the back check, dumped in on net, covered by Nettit. 5:08 to go, second period. This game's kind of been weird. It's been a bit of ping pong at times. It's been a bit of regroup, and then it's been just a lot of vengeance in the offensive zone as well, though. So Otters not really able to get much going in the offensive zone, and they have found some possession recently. Most of it's come off the faceoff wins. They've done a really good job in the faceoff circle. Definitely has helped them for possession and to help keep the Vengeance at bay. But the Vengeance win that one, and they go to the point and gathered back on by the Otters. D to D, and chipped up the wall. Kept by the Otters player. Thrown in on net. Rebound, though. Save. Puck is loose. Still battle for it. And no clue where it's at. And there it is. It's in. Absolute pandemonium in the net. The Vengeance player looked to be knocked into the goaltender. Was laying on top of him. No calls made. Nettit is not happy. So 4-2 now. Guillory, Siegel, Bowen, Zagorski, and Cessna. And we start to argue with the faceoffs again. Worried about positioning. Yep. And now the puck's dropped. And bodies hit the floor. In come the Otters. Shot cleared by Nettit. And Cessna down low. He takes possession, and up he comes. Cessna's going to push. Continues to drive. The defenseman's going to lead the rush. He stepped up on moves, so out of the way. And loses possession, though. Now gets it back. And still has it. Goes D to D to Zagorski. Zagorski looks, has a lane. Shot. That's gloved and held by the goaltender. Ooh. So 4:11 to go.
Got this.
And we're going to have Poor and Martin at the D. Holding the blue line, excuse me, at the defensive side of the ice. Won nicely by Guillory. Martin dumps it down low to Siegel. And Siegel goes up to the point to Poor. Poor goes over, and they're going to throw it back down. Gathered on by Poor. He takes pressure from the Otters player, pulls up nicely, and goes D to D. And chipped up to Siegel. And knocked off his stick. That shot's going to be blocked by Poor. And Poor delivers an absolute throttling with the puck to the Otters player, who looked to have no clue what was going on there. Bowen takes it, goes wide to Siegel. Siegel comes down, looks, and tries to get it over to Guillory, excuse me. That's knocked away. Up the half wall, held in nicely there by Poor. And Poor centers. Siegel, save made! Goaltender was not ready for that deflection and had to reach out with every bit of room he had. And slap shot, that's blocked aside by Nettit. And taken away from Poor. Shot held by Nettit, knocked into the corner. And they go up the wall to Bowen. And Bowen's going to chip it back to center red. And takes a bump, continues on. And come the Otters. Drive wide, centering pass, clears everyone. Good thing, too, they had numbers on that side. Center, nobody down low, look out. Getting a little sloppy here are the Vengeance in their own zone. And penalty coming on for a rough. He hit the player with the puck, but it's a rough, so not sure what's going on there. Yep, so the Vengeance are going to go to the penalty kill. And we're going to have Irwin, Bazella, Cessna, and Zagorski as your 2:20 to go, second period. 4-2 Vengeance. Minute and 30 power play for the Otters. And that one's thrown to the point and will clear nicely there by Bazella. Otters player's going to wind it up, and offsides are the Otters. Irwin steps in. And won by the Otters. Taken by Cessna, though. He's feeling it today. Gets just shy center red. They're not going to call the icing, though. And Bazella will apply pressure on the penalty kill. Nice job there. Ate up a couple seconds digging down low with the defenseman who wasn't expecting the play. And back come the Otters now. Cross into the middle. Look out. Stepped up nicely there by Zella. Wide shot. Save made. Net it. And puck goes wide on the half wall. They dump it down behind the net. And the defenseman steps in. Shot. Score. Hit the stick of one of the Vengeance players and goes 5-hole. And look out. The Otters are finding life. 4-3, 1:24 to go. Going to have Guillory, Kawhi, and Zagorski. Or Giesman, excuse me, with Poor and Martin. Sorry about that. Puck thrown all the way down. Definitely seems to be what the Otters want to do. They want to clog up the neutral zone, and they want to dump the puck down deep and get to work. Giesman takes it. He looks, goes to the point, and That one's knocked back to center red. Poor tries to go D to D. That's knocked away. And on a breakaway they come. Look out. Shot. Over the net it goes. And what is that call?
What is this game?
Two minutes for a rough. This is checking, right? They're allowed to hit? All right, so we're going to have Siegel and Bowen with Poor and Martin as your D pair. And puck one taken by Poor. He throws it up to the point. Bowen's going to pressure. He gets a stick on it. Not able to get it out now. Siegel does. Hits Bowen. And Bowen's going to test. He drives to the middle. And down behind the net, player holds his stick. That's holding! Open your eyes!
14U is allowed to check.
He held his stick.
He got hit!
Calm down. All right, so now we're going to have a 5-on-3 here for a minute and 6, unless they do something. And Siegel in tight, he wins that one. But the Otters are able to take possession. Out to the point they go. And shot. That one hits the post and goes wide. Otters go down low. They look. And shot. That goes wide. 40 seconds, and that'll do it for the period. In what was a really rough period for the Vengeance.
This is ridiculous. Can we do a shout out?
That was not a penalty.
Sorry, I'm in my own world here. Second period intermission. Here's your special guest and player, Carter Bell.
Shout out to Noah Hawkins and Vinny Castelli for being hurt, and I hope they get better soon.
What else you got to say? How are these calls going?
These calls are really bad. I don't think they know that it's 14U. It's so weird. They look like they're like in 10U.
All right, so there you have it. The perspective of one of the players. Feels like it's a 12U game the way it's being officiated. So 40 seconds, the Vengeance will be on a 5-on-3, down 5-on-3, I'm sorry. And then at 1:04, we'll be back to even strength. We're going to have Zagorski, Cessna, and Irwin versus the 5 of the Otters. And down low, they try to center. It's going to be taken by Cessna. He hammers it to the point, but not out. Challenged by Irwin. Down low, try to center, knocked away, and stuck in the player's skates. Rebound. Shot coming. That sizzles wide. And Cessna has to go around the official who wouldn't move. He gets knocked to the ground. Shot high and wide. 6 seconds remaining. And down low they go. And nowhere to go. Looks. One man out. Giesman's back on the ice. Center knocked away by Irwin's going to challenge. Knocked away by Zagorski. Back they come 2-on-1. Irwin pushes wide. Has Giesman. Throws the pass. Shot! So just goes wide. Beautiful pass from Irwin there. Just not able to knock it home. Was Giesman. They're going to dump it. Bowman's back out. They've successfully killed the 5-on-3.
Way to go, White! Nice kill!
And up the wall. Goes to Irwin. Nope, goes to Monroe. Now it goes to Irwin. And Irwin dumps it down. And you're going to have Bozzella come out. Monroe challenges the puck. Nice body on body there. Now Bozzella takes the body. Puck's sitting at the feet. Nobody knows where it's at. And Erie's going to throw it back to center red. Stepped up on by Martin, sorry. And that shot goes wide. Into the corner. Bozzella now, he knocks it back to center red. Gathered on by the Otters. They check each other, lose their stick. Monroe almost was able to go forward there, but just not able to. And puck goes to Martin. And dumped in. Gathered on by Monroe. He looks, centering pass, not able to get knocked in. And goes to Guillory. He shoots. That one misses the corner. Poor comes down to pinch it in, does hold it, and he still has it. Centering pass, now in behind the net, goes to the Otters, who throw it back to center red. $11:22 remaining in the third period, and the puck goes to Guillory. So the second period, the story so far in this game was all vengeance. And since that second period, the Otters have found life and seem to be giving the vengeance some problems. Goes up to the blue line and knocked ahead by Monroe. Now taken by the Otters, and they come one-on-one. And drive wide, shot. That hits the blocker, knocked into the corner by Nettit. And Bozzella comes down. He does battle. And Martin there. Martin's going to rim it around. Nobody home. And it'll be a chase for the puck. And centering pass taken away by Guillory. He comes down into the corner, takes a bump. And up to the point, but not out. Taken away by Poor off the stick of Guillory. And up they do, and out they do. No icing. Defenseman for the Otters was really deep. Now Kawhi takes it. He dumps it over to Giesman. And over to Siegel. And behind the net. And they're going to reverse direction, and Siegel's going to apply pressure this time. Up the half wall to the point, held in nicely by Zagorski. Tipped in front by Kawhi, and that's cleared aside by the goaltender of the Otters. And taken away by Kawhi. 14 minutes. And thrown to center red, clears everybody. Look out, Otters player coming with speed. Cessna has to take it. And he does. And chipped ahead. Continues on to Cessna and knocked into the bench with 9:15 to go. Third period. Gonna have Irwin, Bowen, and Bozzella with Zagorski and Cessna as your D pair. And puck won again by the Otters. They chip it back to center red around Cessna, and Zagorski comes over. He knocks the puck aside, preventing a dangerous situation of a 2-on-1 there. And out comes Bozzella. He's going to go all the way from his own zone. Chips it by one, not by the second, and thrown right back to center red. Dumped in by the Otters. And taken by Cessna. They lock off the wall, so Cessna's going to keep it. Chips it up, and it goes to Irwin. And Irwin drives wide, knocked off his stick, followed on by Bowen. Bowen shot, and gloved and held by the goaltender of the Otters. Taken by Kawhi and Giesman. Kawhi, Giesman, and Guillory are your forwards, with Poor and Martin as your defensemen. Puck down to Kawhi. Kawhi throws it up to the point, and the defenseman wasn't on the point. They're going to call an ice. Now they wave it off. And Giesman on the puck. Applies pressure one. Now applies pressure again. Takes the puck away. Beautiful work there. At times it looks like the Otters players are just standing, waiting. We need to not get sucked into that and just continue to move our feet and pass the puck, and could be only beneficial for us. Up to the point to Martin. Down low. And now Guillory applies pressure. 7:35 to go. Third period. And just don't let it shut off. You gotta keep pressing the power button. Is what it is. I don't know. Taken around behind the net by, held in nicely there by Poor. Called out, but it was not.
He's called. He even called it late.
All right. We're going to have forward line of Irwin, Siegel, Bowen with Cessna and Zagorski. One back to the defenseman, and they go D to D, and back to center red, and taken by the Otters. Bowen's going to gather on. Throws it up to Irwin, but just wide of his stick, and now back into the skates of Bowen. He goes wide to Siegel. Siegel's going to take the shot, looking for the HT. Tried to go over the shoulder of the goaltender, but was denied. Puck put on the right circle, and Irwin steps in. One over to Bowen. Bowen goes to the point. They go down low. Siegel was tied up. Siegel over to the corner, chips it around, and him and Irwin cross. Now Irwin comes over, thrown up high. Cessna applies pressure, chipped past him, and he does battle. Now taken away nicely by Zagorski from the other side. He looks, gets popped from behind, no call. And look out, centering pass. Shot goes wide. Siegel down low. Irwin down low. Now Irwin takes it, and he's going to run with it. Goes wide, tips off the stick, and out. Back in come. Zagorski has it, goes up to Bowen. Bowen has room, and back check nicely. He's going to dump it in, and into work they go. Irwin, nice outlet pass there to the wing, right between the two players, the four checking players of the Z. Now Poor's going to push. He looks. No one covered for him, though. There's no defenseman. And back it goes to Poor. Could have been a dangerous situation there. All of the forwards on that side of the ice went with the player. Inside out shot. That one hits the post. Rimmed around, 5:32 to go. And thrown back to center red. Taken by Monroe. He throws it down, and in they come. Martin steps up. By him they go. Shot, toe save, rebound, save made. Net it with 2 10-bell saves there. And in front, clears everybody's shot. That one zips wide. And outlet pass, that went out. They do make the offside call. Apparently, it was just a little late, but they do make it.
Now he is finally screamed it.
4:57 to go. Guillory, Monroe, Bozzella, Poor, and Martin. And this is the starting line for the Otters that were out. Number 7 takes it wide for them, pushed into the corner. Checking has completely left this game. I think the officials, with their calls for any body contact being called a rough, have really quelled that. Cut to the middle was Bozzella. His shot zips wide. Monroe tries to chip it to Guillory not able to do so. Held in nicely, though, by Martin. He goes down low. Taken by Guillory. He cuts around, pulls up, and goes wide to the cross-ice defenseman. That shot in, rebound, cleared away, slap shot. That one hits a stick and goes wide. Guillory has it. Looks. Speaking of looks, it looks like a power play right now for the Vengeance. Shot, gloved and held by the goaltender of the Otters. Irwin, Giesman, Kawhi, Cessna, and Zagorski. 4 minutes to go, third period. Be nice to get a quick one here. Put this kind of little bit more out of reach, because this is much closer than it should be currently. Giesman in on pressure. They go D to D. The defenseman just waits for it again. It's like they're moving in slow motion at times back there. And Irwin comes over with the body check. No call there. Nice. Giesman, look, shot, save, rebound. Now Irwin gets it. And Kawhi takes it. He tries to go back to Giesman. That's taken away. And now Irwin will come over. And held in by Cessna. Taken away, though, by the Otters. Back they come. Look out. Knocked off the stick nicely, but they have it and continue on. They look, they have the player high. Player tries to come out and walk it. Should have gone high there. Beautiful play by Nettit, though, to say no, and it goes to Kawhi. And he goes to Bowen, and offsides. Irwin gets knocked into the zone, and offsides are the Vengeance. Okay, so flip the button.
I do the Zoom and it.
Okay.
It was the first time I saw auto pop-up.
I didn't, yeah, okay. 2:56 to go. Guillory, Bowen, Siegel, Monroe, and Martin and Poor, Thrown back to center red, chipped by, look out. 1-on-1. Over comes Martin nicely, taking the puck away, and he'll pull up. Looks, tries to go up the wall, taken away, and Guillory not able to take it. Now it goes back to Martin. We go to Poor, who goes to Siegel, and Siegel goes over to Poor, and we still don't have it out. Finally going to clear, but they have possession. Back they go. Skate! And Martin has it. He's going to go. Has Guillory in the middle and gets stopped. Back they come. Siegel steps up and they go. Guillory with the back check. They go wide. And centering pass. That goes behind the net. That one goes down low. Bowen's going to come over. He's going to take the puck and looks, outlets it nicely off the stick of Guillory, though. And back to center red. They dump it back down. Martin throws it back. We go D to D pass, just the wrong team. And now we do it again. Goes to Martin. Martin's going to take it. He has it and continues with it. Looks, chips it down low to Siegel. And Siegel's going to work down low. He gets ridden off the puck hard and thrown back to center red. And they're going to have a hooking call with 1:23 left on a play that had no effect at all on what was going on the ice.
What? This is ridiculous.
There's two teams. Two of them. So the Otters go on what feels like their 35th power play of the game. Guess there's something with the home cooking here in this arena, because that is a lot of penalties currently against the Vengeance. So one by Irwin and thrown back to center red all the way down. Not going to be icing. And we've got Bozzella, Irwin, Poor, and Cessna as your four to kill the penalty. Irwin has it, not able to get it deep, though, and taken by the Otters. And Cessna with the strong stick, though. He gets taken from behind. Oh, trip there, no call. on Bozzella. And they go to the point. Irwin challenges, goes right to the man in the slot, though. One shot, save, rebound, score. Unfortunately, this is what happens when you have bad teams down and you don't step on their throat. They come back and tie it up. And no offense to the Otters, but everything says the Vengeance should be up big here, including their play for most of the game. But that second period, Irwin, Monroe, and Siegel. Zagorski and Cessna. And puck outlet at the Siegel. He drives wide. Now Guillory comes on. Taken by Irwin, slap shot. That's gloved and held by the goaltender with 10 seconds remaining.
I don't know.
All right, so goaltender's pulled with 10 seconds remaining. Whoa, face-off. You got to reset. You got half of the Erie Otters on the wrong side of the face-off circle there. They want it over to the corner, though, and they're just going to eat it. We got to get the puck off the boards. 5 seconds remaining. And there's 4 players, and that's it. We're going to tie the Erie Otters, that can only be described as a severe disappointment in Game 1 of the series. Let's see how hungry these boys are the second one. We'll see you back here in just a few hours for Game 2 of this tilt. Thanks for joining us. We'll leave you here to watch the handshake line and then see you back at 4 o'clock.